Big Z Sports in Falcon territory for our next edition of our two-a-days segments on the Big Z Sports YouTube channel as we highlight the Fairless Falcons. Adam Soweski, Nick McWilliams, and Adam, I got to say, this is a Fairless team. You know, you look at the record from last year, 4-7, got into the playoffs, lost in the first round. Some people might be thinking, well, 4-7, is that really something to hang your hat on? Knowing what this team went through after the first couple of weeks of the season, yeah, that's plenty to be excited and plenty to be proud of coming off of last year.
Absolutely. They dealt with a lot of youth last year. They dealt with a lot of injury last year, and they were able to overcome a lot. And to be able to, still be able to make the playoffs for the program, that's a huge accomplishment. And then, to not just roll over in that tournament or the playoff game, they gave it their all in that. Even obviously they came up a little bit short, but yeah, it's a huge building block coming into the 2025 season.
Well, building blocks are always usually what ends up leading to success down the road, and we're going to see what Fairless has for this year. But first things first, let's hear from head coach A.J. Sarbaugh of the Fairless Falcons. The Big Z Sports Two-A-Days series rolls on, and this time we're here with the Fairless Falcons as we are bringing you previews and insights into how the season's going to go for all of your favorite area teams. And joining us is head coach A.J. Sarbaugh for the Fairless Falcons. Coach, we're back. It's time again to do it.
Hard to believe, another year upon us.
No kidding. And we were actually just talking before we started off here. You're heading into your 8th season. Does it feel that it's been 8 years already?
No, it's crazy. It's flown by this fast. 8th year as head coach, 11th year overall at Fairless, but it's been a blast. We're still having fun. I love coming to practice every day.
Now, we're not going to talk a whole bunch about last season. We obviously want to look ahead, but 4-7 last year, you guys do make the playoffs. There was an up and down year for sure. Injury bug was definitely a problem for Fairless, but I'd say a lot of that youth really, really grew up during that time.
Yeah, no doubt. We started 3-0, felt pretty good, and then lost a tough one to Triway 17-7. And like you said, we got into the league, which was a very competitive league last year, and our kids grew up. But like you said, we were young. The old adage is for every sophomore you start, that's a loss. And we started 5 and started 2 freshmen. So 5 + 2, 7. And like you said, we lost 7. Our O-line was never healthy last year, whether it was injury or sickness. So hopefully we avoid that this year. But no excuses. All these young guys played. And, it's tough in that moment. But moving forward, it gives them experience and strength moving forward. So hopefully that benefits us in the long run this year.
And there's really almost no substitute for that experience. So obviously those younger guys getting that varsity time, I mean, this is where it pays dividends. And is that what you've kind of been telling them during the conditioning and during the two-a-days and letting them know, hey, you already have that much time under your belt. You're going to see that growth when it comes into the season.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we were thrown into the fire, like I said, with a lot of sophomores and freshmen. They should get to grow and play JV on Saturdays, where you learn the speed. But they were playing against men last year, seniors and juniors, and that's a big age gap when you're a sophomore going against a senior, especially up front. But like I said, in the moment, I think it was really hard on our kids, but they battled through some really tough times, and now they know how to practice. Now they know how physical they have to be. Now they know what a Friday night is, and we really hope that catapults us into this season.
Now, it's obviously always next man up when it comes to high school football or sports at any level, but you guys are going to be replacing Peter Killy this year, which is going to be easier said than done, of course. I know a lot of coaches, when it comes to somebody who's that dynamic, they say you don't replace, you just kind of have to figure it out. Is that how it's going to feel?
Yeah, Peter Killy was an outstanding back for us. He finished 4th overall in Fairless rushing history, and as you know, he missed half his junior year and missed a game and a half last year with that injury bug. But Peter was a 3-year starter, great running back, really good hands. I don't think people realize how well he caught the ball and blocking. But we have 2 kids, Keaton Beckler, a senior, Jack Kirby at a sophomore, and those 2 guys are splitting duties at running back. Like you said, I don't know if you replace Peter Killy, but it's next man up, and they're going to run hard, and we'll see what happens.
Now, offensively and defensively, obviously you are going to have quite a few players back just for those sophomores and freshmen that you talked about. Having a familiar face under center, I'm sure, is going to go a long way, too.
Yeah, it is. Mikey Ritterbeck did a really good job as a sophomore, threw for over 1,000, had 10 touchdowns, but, you had Carson there for 3 years, and then we had Ethan Brindley there for 3 years. We had Jack Laney for 3 years. So when you get used to having someone, they kind of think how the coach thinks. They know what's going on, and you forget how hard it is to have a guy in his first year under center. But Mikey's so far ahead of where he was last year. Outstanding kid, 3-sport athlete, coachable, hard worker. So really excited to see the next step that he takes this year. He's got 11 games under his belt going into junior year, so we hope he has a really good year for us.
And when it comes to league play, like you already mentioned, we know defense is going to be something you're absolutely going to have to excel at. And what has kind of been the talk as to what you guys are looking to focus on defensively to maybe improve upon a little bit and chip away and have a little bit better record in the league?
We have to stop the run. In our league, Manchester went 11-2. They've got a lot of guys back. They're going to pound the football. Orville's going to pound the football. Northwest will throw it, but they want to run it out of their spread, and they've always got big physical kids. Tuslaw's going to run the football. So if you're going to have success in our league, you have to stop the run. So that's where I think it starts for us this year. We've got 3 juniors and a senior on the D-line, and all those guys had to play last year as young guys. We've got senior, junior at linebacker, and those guys had to play last year a little bit as young guys. The whole back end is back as well. So are you a year stronger? Are you a year more physical? Can you play more violent? So that's what we're looking to see.
Well, Coach, we always appreciate the time, and we're going to be around early parts of the season getting everything started off the right way, right?
We're excited. There's nothing better than Thursday night kicking off high school football here in Stark County with Sandy Valley and Fairless, old Pac-7 rival, but that's been a great game since 2017. It's gone both ways. Really good crowd, and we're just excited that you're going to be here. It's usually a great environment, and it's here before we know it, so it'll be a great night. No lightning delays.
Yes, no, don't even say that.
No.
Head coach A.J. Sarbaugh for the Fairless Falcons. And, of course, Big Z Sports will be bringing you Sandy Valley and Fairless to kick off the high school football season. Check us out on social media for all the parameters related to that. Coach, thank you again, and good luck this year.
Thanks for being here. You guys do an outstanding job, and we're fortunate that you cover us.
As we mentioned there, a huge thank you to head coach A.J. Sarbaugh of the Fairless Falcons. 8 years. That's kind of hard to believe. He's already been here for 8 years.
It really is. I mean, I'm so fortunate we began to start covering them. He's been great for us, and he's obviously with open arms. Anytime we want to do anything, do games, he's always willing to call, and he does a fantastic job up here.
He really does, and this is a community that is definitely buying into what they've got going on here, and a group of kids who's obviously buying in as well. Kids are excited about coming out to play Fairless football, and for good reason.
Absolutely. He's put enough success into the program. It keeps those kids coming back, keeps the numbers up, and every year they're ready to go, and they're excited for another year.
And we're excited to bring you more Fairless football and football from all of our area teams that we cover. And, of course, check out the Big Z Sports social media platforms for more updates. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. You know the drill by now. Adam and Nick for Big Z Sports. We'll be back at a high school again near you soon.